What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang? This is your boy Niner Gang Podcast back in the building. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right on into it. Man, we had a good game yesterday, very good game versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did their thing. They came out, they were able to score on us, but we got them 27-14. Um, it was definitely a back and forth battle for them. They scored in only the second and fourth quarters, if I'm not mistaken, along with the fact that, we kept Baker Mayfield under constant pressure. That much is true. Um, so it was definitely a fantastic game, just in terms of defense and whatnot. Don't like the fact that we gave up two TDs, but it kind of is what it is. Certain things you can't stop them. So when you look at it, like our first offensive drive, we had to end around the Debo. He didn't go anywhere. Second play, Kittle got a first down. Next play, incomplete pass to Debo. Next play, a low throw to CMC. Next throw, Purdy takes a sack after trying to shift around and get out of it. And that was just our first offensive possession. We wound up losing. I believe we lost the coin toss, so we didn't really have much of a choice on that. But cool thing is, first defensive possession, Demo knocks away a pass intended for Mike Evans. We stopped Rashad White for a 2-yard gain. We had a third down missed throw out of bounds, so the Bucs punt. That was nice. It was a little 3 and out. Second offensive drive, first pass, first down to Debo. Next throw, pass to Kittle. Looked like a PI, but no flag. Next play, a run to CMC for a first down. Next play, Purdy sacked by Vita Vea. Um, Next play was a pass to Kittle for a few yards. Next play, pass to CMC, first down. Right after that, CMC another first down, but it was holding on BA, and that play came back. But next play was Purdy to BA incomplete. Next play, Purdy to BA for a first down. Next play, CMC 9-yard gain, and then another run for a first down. Right after that, next play, positive run for a couple C, and then he hit CMC for the TD. And then on our second defensive possession, Warner forces a fumble with the help of Bosa, grabbing the legs for the potential sacks. We stopped their momentum because they were driving on that second drive for them offensively. And then our third offensive possession, Elijah Mitchell is in the game. First play, handoff to Mitchell for a first down. Next two plays, couple runs by Mitchell's, almost a first down. Then Purdy runs for the first down. Next play, Purdy passes to BA for a first down. And then a handoff to Mitchell for a short gain. Purdy gets sacked by Diaby because he was a free runner. Basically, nobody blocked this guy. So Purdy had no opportunity. He just had to take the sack and call it a day on that one. And next play, Purdy Debo. He for a few yards, but we, line up Jake Moody. Comes in, he gets us to win. Gets us up 10-0. And then the third defensive drive, we had a sack by Armstead, but we gave up a TD. Embry kind of got beat on that play that Mike Evans caught that touchdown pass. It was a little bit of Embry, a little bit of Gip, but either way, it kind of happened. And then the fourth offensive drive that we have inside of 2 minutes in the second quarter. First play, we had Purdy passing to Debo for a nice chunk play in the first down. Then Purdy goes to throws a toss to CMC. It goes nowhere. Purdy passes Kittle for a few yards. Then he hits BA for a first down. Another pass to CMC for a few yards. Same thing with Kittle. Next play, we had an incomplete pass, but we went into the half up 13-7. Second half, first defensive drive. We forced a punt. And then the next offensive drive, we had a run by CMC for a small gain. First down by Kittle. We were on our own goal line. Next play, Purdy passed to BA for that big monster touchdown pass. I believe it was like 66 yards. Good morning, Mom. So he did his thing, man. He did his thing. Oh, you up early, Mom? So it's like not even 6 over there, but okay. Yeah. Early bird gets the worm, as they say. Let me grab my charger really quick. Oh, where it went. There it is. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? Because this thing might die, and I don't want it to die in the middle of my stream. There we go. Oh yeah, juicing. So, where was I? All right. So after that, big play for a TD, I believe it's like a 66-yard touchdown. Greenlaw almost second defensive drive of the second half. Greenlaw almost had a pick, but he dropped it. Mayfield never saw him. Like, this was one of those heartbreakers because you want him to get the pick. He was in perfect position. Everything was there. What's going on, Gammon? Good morning, brother. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for your service, my guy. Appreciate you for your service. All right, my brother Silverado Kev in the building. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. You know, yeah. Yeah, man, Silverado Kev came in here with the shit. He said, I see you with your 499 AM show. Yeah, man, it's bright and early around here, man. You know, in Arizona, we don't really move. We just kind of shift with whatever everybody else does around us because it's Mountain Standard Time. But yes, sir, yes, sir. Up bright and early with the show in the morning, man. But basically, yeah, man. Once again, it was a heartbreaker because when you see that, like, he was in perfect position. He had the ball. He did everything he was supposed to do, and then boom. Next thing you know, he just dropped it. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It stops the momentum. Baker Mayfield definitely should have saw him. I don't know how he didn't. He was trying to get it to Mike Evans, but he had no shot. Because even if he would have got it to Mike Evans, it probably would have been knocked down. Because I think Fred or somebody was covering Evans as well. So probably wasn't going to get completed either way. But this next offensive drive, Purdy tosses CMC for a first down. Then he passes to Kittle for a first down. Run by CMC, but he doesn't really go anywhere. Purdy hit Debo on a 39-yard first down. Debo actually made that play happen. He basically hit him for the first down, and then Debo got busy. You know what I'm saying? Little shaking move. You know, he did his thing. And then we hand off to CMC for a few yards, and he runs for another couple yards, almost the first down. And then, of course, the next play, he gets that first down. He gets a short gain, and the next play, Purdy hits Kittle. Purdy hits Kittle. What's going on, Andy? Purdy hits Kittle in the back of the end zone for a beautiful pass, man. Like, Kittle was standing there with like nobody there, but he had to put it up a little bit and make Kittle go get it. But the nice thing is, Kittle with the toe tap, you know, he made sure he scored that TD, so we love it. And Kittle was big. He was busy all week, man. You know, and then from there, honestly, there's not much left. You know, we don't. After that, we don't score anymore. You know, we wind up basically kind of giving it up to them. So if you're looking at the numbers, Brock Purdy, 21 to 25, 333 yards, 3 TDs. He did take 4 sacks, though, so that's concerning. And what people may not understand about that is the fact that you don't want your quarterback being sacked 4 times in the game. That tells you that there's definitely some issues going on the offensive line, and it tells you the trend is not a cure-all for everything. But we made it happen. The craziest thing is Purdy had 333 yards, and he only literally threw the ball to 4 fucking people. And it was all of the main guys, B.A., Kittle, Debo, and CMC. Literally, that was it. He had 333 yards on passes to strictly those guys. BA was 5 of 6 for his 156 and a TD. So if you had him in fantasy, had a nice day. Kittle 8 for 9. So he had 89 yards in the TD. That's still a good day in fantasy. If you had Debo, you're probably a little disappointed because he didn't get you much. He didn't do anything in the run game, and he only had 3 catches for 63 yards. So technically, I think every 10 yards is 1 point. So it's only 6 points, not much. CMC had 5 catches for 25 yards, but he did score a TD. So, you know, CMC definitely got you some points. You know, he Mr. All-Purpose, 21 carries for 78 yards. Mitchell had 4 for 24, so it's about 6 yards a carry. I'm not mad at that. But then if you think about it, he did have a long run of 13 yards. So when you look at it from that standpoint, if you take that 13 out of that 24, what does that leave you? 11? So that means he had 3 carries for 11 yards. Yeah, he's barely averaging about 3 yards a carry. So I guess he's working his way back, but it was all right, you know. So when you look at us from an offensive standpoint, 115 yards on the ground between Purdy, Mitchell, and CMC. And then you had 333 yards through the air and between just four receivers. And CMC caught every one of his passes, and everybody else only missed one. And then he had a pass to Jawan Jennings, but CMC missed that one. And then Clayton Farrell, he recovered that fumble that we had forced earlier in the game, which is nice. That's how we wound up getting it, the one that Fred forced. And then Fred Warner, man, just a monster all over the field, today, or should I say yesterday. He had 12 total tackles. He had half a sack. He had two passes defense. Like, he was just out there trying to be a game record. Same thing with Mooney. Mooney, 9 tackles. He had a tackle for a loss, and he had two passes defense. Dre Greenlaw, 8 tackles, half a sack, 2 passes defense. He got a hit. It's just crazy, man. He had a hit on the QB. Hargrave, he had four tackles. Jair Brown came in and cleaned up duty because we lost Huff. I don't have any word on what's going on with Huff as of right now. What's going on, TD? But yeah, the passer rating is the first time we've had a perfect passer rating like that since Joe Montana did it and Steve Young did it, if I'm not mistaken. I believe 1989. So definitely that's the case. And yeah, man, it's past when we had Veterans Day, man. Shout out to Gammon, shout out to Silverado Kev, shout out to Silverado Kev's son, who's currently in the military. Appreciate all of you guys for your service. You guys are great, man. TD too. TD was in, so yeah, shout out to TD as well. And anybody else who watches that served in the military, we appreciate what you do, baby. And basically in this game, when you start looking at it, what I'm saying, we wound up with 4 sacks. Armstead had one, Bosa had one, Chase Young had one, and then you had Greenlaw and Warner with the combined sacks. So that was fantastic. We had 11 passes defensed in this game. And like I said, you had Mooney, you had Warner out there getting some. Greenlaw had it. Jair Brown had 3 himself. Gipp had one, which he would have had that interception, but he kind of collided with Mooney, and that's what stopped him from having the interception. Demo had a pass defense too, and his pass defense was great because that stopped the possible first down. So it's definitely worked, man. It's ridiculously crazy how we went out there and we just, did what we normally do. We dominated. Now we got Seattle in the next 2 weeks, and I believe we have Philly in between them. So I believe we go Seattle, Philly, Seattle. Like, that's literally how it's supposed to work right now. And it's crazy, man. To play a team twice in a span of 3 weeks, but I mean, that's just how they did us. They gave us that schedule, so we got to play them at home, and then we got to play them in their house too. So we got to try to eke out wins, get some W's for that. And we do play. Are we playing on Thanksgiving, TD? I think we are. You are correct, my guy. So we did what we had to do in there. You see a lot more Ambry Thomas on the field. You see a lot more Demo in the slot. And I think they just feel like that's working at this point. Ambry has made a couple of plays. It is a division opponent, and we know we just got to be ready and be right. I hope that Huff is okay, man. I told y'all he's my favorite player on the team right now, and it hurts my heart if he goes down. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Jair Brown scared me his first couple of plays, but then after that, he just got busy. He figured things out. So if we got to have Jair and Tayshaun, back there for a little bit, then it kind of is what it is. Short week, yeah, we do. Okay, so cool. I definitely be watching that, man. I'm chill with the fam and whatnot, but I guarantee you, I am. As soon as that game come on, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. I'll definitely be watching and paying very close attention to it. But yeah, man, Jair Brown did have that interception in the end zone to save. Basically, that came off of, I believe, Chris Godwin's hands, and that was fantastic. You know what I'm saying? We did what we had to do. Moody, he was money, 2 for 2. He had 3 extra points. He didn't miss. Now we didn't score 30, so my little thing that I was running with for a while, it didn't work. Yes. Continual prayer for the safety and the health of Huff. I hope that he definitely works, man. I definitely hope he's okay. I hope it wasn't like an ACL or anything. Hopefully, it's just like a little sprain or something that just kind of kept him out. But we'll know more probably by the end of today. There'll definitely be somebody that, how it is. They take really good care of these players when it comes to these injuries. They try to get you in for every kind of test they can think of. They always do it. It's everything under the sun. Just when it comes to your injuries, in the words of Eddie Arcadian, you get your treatment a la carte. You know, shout out, for everybody who know who Eddie Arcadian is, man. You got to know about the Last Dragon to know about Eddie Arcadian, the video game king. So either way, great game. On the other side of the ball, man, they did what they could, man. This was, I think they said this was Baker Mayfield, the most he's thrown all year. He was 29 of 45. That man threw the ball 45 times. It's insanity. He threw it 20 more times than Brock Purdy did. That's crazy. So when you look at it, he had one TD, he had one interception. He was sacked 4 times just as well. Rashad White, he had 9 carries for 30 yards. So we only gave up 66 yards total on the ground. And we did give up a TD, but I mean, that was a gimme, right on the goal line. It's really easy to score like that. It's very rare that you stop people. So, we held them at 3.7 yards a carry. They held us to 3.8 yards a carry. So, the rush defenses were doing pretty well. We got over 100, but it was a combined thing. It wasn't any one person. For them on the receiving end, nobody over 100 yards. Nobody got over 50 yards in total as far as their receivers. So, it was a lot. He targeted Mike Evans the most out of all his receivers. He hit Mike Evans. He went at Mike Evans 12 times. He only caught 5 passes. And mind you, this is with Mike Evans being shifted all over the field. So he's being covered by a variety of different DBs. So that tells me that our DBs are definitely doing their job and doing their thing, because if Mike Evans was targeted 12 times but only caught 5 passes for a grand total of where's he at? I just saw him right there. God dang it. Where'd he go? Right here. 5 catches, 43 yards. It's 8.6 yards a catch, but that means he ain't do shit. He only scored one TD where he beat Ambry, and that was it. So that tells me our pass defense was on point. We looked pretty good. There was 2 fumbles, one by Baker, but he lost that. And then Jake Camarda, I think that was their punter. He kind of bobbled it a little bit, but he picked it up and still got the punt off. And then for them on defense, Antoine Winfield Jr. Sorry about that. Just waking up still. Antoine Winfield Jr., man, 16 total tackles. He was all over the field. Levante David, he was out there moving and grooving. He had 3 TFLs. He had a sack. Shaq Barrett had a TFL. Yaya Diaby, man, that dude was terrorizing Brock. He got him for two of those 4 sacks. He did have 3 TFLs. He was back there. And then, of course, Vita Vea, you knew he was going to get him one. He had 2 TFLs. So they did their thing, They didn't have any passes defense. We had 11. They had 0. And that's the thing, their pass defense. When we were coming into this game, a lot of people were saying that their pass defense is not very good. It's trash. And by all accounts, 21 to 25, 333 yards and 3 TDs. I'd say, yeah, we made you look bad. We continued the trend of what the world knows you as. But it was pretty cool, man. I can't truthfully be mad. This was a great game. We come out, we get another win. Both punters punted 3 times. Mitch 3 for 153, averaged 51 yards. Camarda right behind him, 3 for 144, 48 yards. I know everybody's like, well, that doesn't matter. Punters matter too, because sometimes they can pin people inside of their, own. Hey, what's going on, Dave? They can pin people inside of their own 10, stuff like that. It's definitely crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just well worth it. Let's see here. So we had a great game, man. Yesterday was a good day. If y'all see me and, y'all see I got the little digital background and whatnot, man, wife had to put up the Christmas stuff. So, I had to shift my setup, because I don't be worried about all that, man. You leave it to me. that tree would go up a week before Christmas. I wouldn't put it up, sooner than that. But, you know, when you're married, man, you just kind of do what you got to do to make life easier for yourself. You never want to ruffle the feathers of the folks, but we got to pay some bills real quick. As a better, you demand perfection, and my bookie delivers. NFL, college football, and a brand new cash out system give you options to bet and win all season long. First two legs of your parlay hit, cash out. Cash out early and use the funds on another bet, or let it ride for a chance to win, for a chance at a bigger payday. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. To get started, go to mybookie.ag. That is mybookie.ag. And now and register for an account free. When you're ready to make your first deposit, just use the promo code HIVE. That's HIVE, promo code HIVE, to grab a welcome bonus. That's promo code HIVE, HIVE, to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get a free chip to use in the MyBookie casino. You can bet anything, anywhere, anytime, only with MyBookie. So definitely had to pay some bills. Y'all know how it is. But we had a fantastic game yesterday, man. It was very simple, straight to the point. It works out well. You know what I'm saying? We look good. We just got to play this game on a short week. We get a little bit of extra rest, and then we'll come back and we'll deal with these damn birds. And then we'll come back and we'll deal with the Hawks again. And then I believe right after the Hawks, let me check this. I believe it's game time for me. I believe I'm in. Because that Cardinals game is coming up, friends, and I will be there in person. So yeah, we got the Seahawks. So we go to Seattle. We got to fly out there pretty much on a short week. That's gonna be a bitch to have to fly out on a short week like that. And then so we'll go up to Seattle. Then we'll come back home and we'll go out to the Eagles, deal with them. Then we'll be at home for the Hawks again. And then, yes, week 17, you know what happens. It is the game. I will be there. 49ers versus Cardinals in Cardinal Stadium. My ticket is already bought. And give me just a second, y'all, man. We got these people out here doing landscaping and shit. All right. Sorry. Hate when they do that right when I'm doing a damn stream and I'm right by the window, so it just gets loud as hell. But yes, got a couple more games, man. We got 3 games, and then I get to go and watch my Niners in person come in and beat up on these Redbirds. And the Cardinals right now are just trying to do their thing. And the funny thing is, I believe as long as Josh Dobbs was here, Kyler would have milked that time off and that injury for no reason. I think he would have just said, you know what? I don't really have to go back. I'm just going to let them play with Dobbs and do what I got to do. Because the thing about Kyler Murray is nobody's taking that damn contract. Nobody, period. You're not getting anyone to take that contract and deal with him and deal with all the things that come with him. You know what I'm saying? Because the Cardinals have already paid him. And he knew if they kept losing and they start tanking and they get worse and worse, that they're definitely going after Caleb Williams out of USC. I can tell you that right now. I don't know why you would want a USC quarterback. They're trash in the NFL. None of them have ever won a Super Bowl. And unfortunately, just to be honest with you, they are, man. They're failures. You know what I'm saying? USC quarterbacks in the NFL just don't win. Most relevant USC quarterback, Mark Sanchez, Mr. Butt Fumble himself. He went to two AFC championship games. Any other USC quarterback in recent memory, nothing. Just hasn't done well. So it kind of puts you in a bit of a bind, as a organization, you want to take a shot on them, but then, you just look at the history of it. I don't know. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, he is one of the top guys. I do believe that Shedeur Sanders most likely will stay at Colorado. I don't think he's coming out and going into the league this year. I think he's going to come out next year because they had to have him play against just better competition, honestly. Because you could rip apart, the competition with Jackson State and with the HBCUs. And it's not to say that they're not great competition, but they don't have the top guys. And then you come in and you're Colorado. And Colorado right now is looking bad, man. They ain't got broke off in several different ways. I like what Coach Prime is doing, but I can tell you right now that record ain't nowhere near what it used to be at. It ain't nowhere what it used to be at Jackson State. Jackson State, they were killing, man. And right now, Colorado out here looking pretty messed up, man. I'm trying to find the thing here. Let me see what happened. Either way, it doesn't matter. I know Colorado is unfortunately on not having the best season. And that's the current situation for them at the moment. So it's a rough go. It is a rough go for Colorado. And they're just not having the best of years. And I know that Prime is doing everything he can to make sure that team is ready, make sure that the squad is ready and whatnot. I know a couple of games they went out there talking shit and then got their ass handed to them. I think one of the games, I think the Oregon game, woof, they got beat down. So, it's a little bit different. Trying to find it. There we go. Colorado. Let's see what their record currently is. Yeah, see, they're 4-7 right now, and that's bad. And that definitely ain't getting you to no bowl game, not with a 4-7 record. So it's definitely hard for them to be able to do what they need to do and get right because 4-7 ain't gonna cut it. They start off the year with 3-game winning streak, then they lose 2, win 1, and then they've lost 1, 2. They lost 5 in a row, and it has been it's been a bit of a struggle. Washington State kicked their ass 56-14. Oregon broke them off something proper like 42-6. Every other game they've been in, I'll give them that much. They've been in all these other games, but yeah, it is oof. And then they got to play Utah for the final game of the season. So it's never an easy task when it comes down to it, to be honest with you. It just never is when it comes down to all of the things that happen in college football and then everything that you deal with, because those guys definitely are out there to play ball and play ball in a real way. But we're going to go over the scores real quick for the NFL. And let's talk about it. So just this past Thursday, the Ravens wind up eking out a win over the Bengals, 34-20. It's 14 points. It's 2 TDs. I believe Lamar and Joe Burrow got hurt, but I believe Lamar is okay, but Burrow is out for the season. I think he broke his wrist or something like that. Something happened with him, but I know he's hurt. And then when you look at it, the Steelers lose to the Browns. DTR on that last drive came out and showed up and showed out. Shout out UCLA. So the Browns continue to win. They are now 7-3, even without Deshaun. And I can tell you right now, if DTR finally picks shit up and he starts figuring things out and the Browns look like the Ravens did in 2000, you got to be a little scared, man, because their defense is real as fuck. They're not playing. Those defensive dudes on the Browns are hardcore, and they out there to hunt quarterbacks, knock down passes, intercept passes. They out there, man. They are out there. They have a complete full defense, and they are definitely very, very good. So the Texans get another dub, beat the Birds, beat the Cardinals, and the craziest thing about that is, man, there were interceptions galore in this game. But I think both quarterbacks were just trying their damnedest to get the game away. It just wasn't working out. Oh, my bad. Okay, so no, Kyler threw 1 interception and CJ Stroud threw 3. And these were at pivotal moments in the game because I was watching just a small bit of it. He threw 3 of the motherfuckers and the Cardinals just could not capitalize. It tells you that their offense just ain't shit. It's bad, man. It's really bad. The Texas defense is real because they held him down every single time he winds up throwing the pick. They just found a way to shut him down. They were like, don't worry about it, man. You can go out there, throw it to him again. This is fun. We just going to get back on the field, keep kicking their ass. That worked out for them. The Jaguars beat up on the Titans after we gave them an L. They beat them 34-14. Dolphins beat the Raiders 20-13, so that stops Antonio Pierce's winning streak. But I mean, that's still, to tell you the truth, 20-13, you're only a touchdown away. So you're still in the game. So it wasn't too bad. And to hold the Dolphins' high-powered offense to just 20 points, that tells me that there's still strides being made in the Raiders organization, within that locker room, with those players and with the coaches. So that's a good thing. It sucks that they lost for Raider fans, but at the end of the day, hey man, you was only a touchdown away, and you're still, and you're still playing good football. So you take what you can get. Cowboys beat up on the Panthers, but the Panthers are a losing team. We expect the Cowboys to beat losing teams because that's what they do. They won 33-10. The Lions beat the Bears 36-21, 31-26. So they had a good game. Chargers lose a heartbreaker, man. The Chargers kill me. They got everything you need on offense to win a game, but their defense just cannot stop a nosebleed. And it's getting frustrating, man, for them Charger fans. I know that sucks. It's hard to be loyal when your team can score all kinds of points all day long, but can't do shit to stop the other team scoring, to be able to let those points that the offense scored make them look good. It's a rough go. So the Packers get that dub. The Giants beat the Commanders 31-19. The Jets lose to the Bills 32-6. The Seahawks lose to the Lamb Chop 17-16. So we're looking to put another loss on their ass, give them a 2-game losing streak. And the Broncos beat the Vikings. Josh Dobbs magic. It was only 21-20, so it was definitely a very close game. But those are the scores right now. And then we still got the Eagles and the Chiefs tonight. That is going to be a hell of a game to watch. If you're watching Monday Night Football, so definitely have a good time with that. They're at the Chiefs Kingdom out there in Kansas City. So, we'll probably see a fucking Taylor Swift sighting, as if anyone gives a shit. I guess. So it's just certain things, man, that's what happens. But hey, man, that is the week in football. That was the 49ers recap of the game where we beat the Bucs, man. It was nice to be able to kind of get up this morning and just watch a little recap of the game. If you have NFL Plus and you pay for the package, it's like 16 or 17 bucks. Basically, if you don't get it, if you're one of those people, you're always working, you don't always have the time, and you're trying to watch the game, just get that. Don't pay for a Sunday ticket. It's a waste of money. You can pay $16 and just watch the game review. You can watch the condensed game. You can even watch the all 22 film if you wanted to, just for $16. So I'm just letting you know, if that's what you do, if you're one of those people where it's like that, don't waste your time sitting up there, paying $400 or $500 to YouTube to watch Sunday ticket for what? I ain't about to do that. I pay $16, make my life that much easier. What's going on, Bashar? Good morning, brother. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. It's just a quick little show to do a little review of the game, since I didn't do a preview. I'm gonna try and get a Seahawks preview going. Shout out my guy Steezy A. Smith. We'll hook up with him and see what he's got going on and go from there. But thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with your boy. If you just came in, you can catch the replay. This is a short show. I won't take up too much of your time. I'm kind of keeping these short because, if you go too long, it kind of, you drift a little bit and you go off into other things. But this was a great game. Everybody did a good job. Fred Warner is a monster on the field. Chase Young is still having a great impact, as he has since he's gotten here. We have Jair Brown. We had a sighting, and kid came in and did some good things. I'm not mad. I am not mad. I don't want Huff to be hurt. I don't want him to be out for a long time. And I don't need Jair Brown going out there playing really well, because we all know how Mr. Shanahan is. This nigga will tell you can't lose your job to injury and then turn around and tell you, yeah, you lost your job to injury. So either way, we're just hoping and praying for Huff's health, and we hope that is great. Yeah, Purdy did. He balled out 21-25. He had that perfect passer rating. You know what I'm saying? Bosa and Young are making things happen. Yep. Prayers for how. Yeah. Everything, man. Everything you just said. That's what we're on. So thank y'all so much for tuning in and hanging out with your boy. Be safe. Everybody stay up, stay blessed, stay faithful. Y'all see it scrolling on the bottom. If you want to support the channel, patreon.com/NotAGamePodcast. Podcast. But thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with your boy this morning. I know for my West Coast folks, it's early as hell. It's just 6:21 in the morning. For my East Coast folks, y'all already about 10 o'clock. But stay blessed, stay faithful, and I'm out. Peace.